Ciao dudes!
Welcome!
So welcome to the third video in Springuini or Pasta Arch or Marcheroni.
Marcheroni. So this month we are focusing all on pastas, all different pasta dishes. And today
we're going to be teaching you how to make spinach tagliatelle from scratch, and we're going to make it with a creamy spinach mushroom pasta sauce. This is delicious, simple, tasty, and it's well worth learning how to make pasta from scratch. So here we go. I explained the secrets of how to make your own fresh vegan pasta in the last video, ravioli video. Today I'm just going to show you the quantities. So into a large bowl I have a sieve. I have 175 grams of 0 flour. My twin's going to sieve it.
Thank you, yes I am.
Good work, twin.
I was hoping you'd ask me to do that.
Next step, I have 75 grams of gram flour, also known as besan flour or chickpea flour.
Yeah, chickpea flour, that's what I'd know more.
Good to sieve it as.
Why do we sieve it, Steve?
We sieve it to avoid clumpage, to make it smoother and easier to work with.
Good to know, Steve.
Next step, to add a little bit more fat, I have a tablespoon of olive oil or oil of choice. Try to go with a neutral tasting olive oil. I have...
This is the fun bit.
This is
going to make it green.
powder. So I'm going to go with half a teaspoon of spinach powder. If you don't have spinach powder, you can use chlorella or spirulina.
Or wheatgrass powder.
Yeah, in that goes.
This is just going to give it a very distinct green colour. So I'm just going to whisk this all together.
Create a well in the middle, and we're going to add in 106.25 ml of water.
Ooh, 106.25.
Yeah.
Jeez, that's a very accurate for you, Steve.
Thanks, Dave.
You are a man of precision.
Next step, take your hands and just dust them. Just try to cover them with flour to avoid the dough sticking to them. And just get in, you're going to bring the dough together, and we're going to knead it for about 5 to 6 minutes. So we've made our dough. We're just going to leave it there for a sec while we start to brown our mushrooms. So we've got a good generous handful of chestnut mushrooms or button mushrooms. Pan on high heat, I've got a tablespoon of oil. I'm going to pop these in, and I really want to encourage browning.
And as you've kind of seen before, how we might encourage browning is to put a pan on top and add more weight. I'm just taking a pan that would fit perfectly right on top. I'm going to pop it on a high heat just to heat it up, and then I'm going to use that to actually sear our mushrooms.
So in essence, they're going to be being cooked from top and bottom, and we're drawing out the moisture to encourage more browning action. So while Dave's browning our mushrooms, I'm going to take our dough. So first step, I'm going to go over to our raviola roller, or our sheet roller, and I'm going to put it on its widest setting. I'm going to take a little bit of flour here, and I'm just going to put some flour right through the middle of our roller, just to encourage it not to stick. I'm going to put some flour on my dough, and I'm going to just really spread it out. So we're starting at number 6. Some pasta makers do have up to 10, and we're going to roll our way down to 1, just to make sure that our tagliatelle is thin enough so it cooks quick and it's just gentle and elegant. So in it goes, and just roll, roll, roll. Okay, we've rolled out our spinach tagliatelle or spinach pasta sheets. It's time to turn them into tagliatelle. So just simply change to your tagliatelle setting on your pasta roller. Put a little bit of flour in it again, just to avoid lack of stickage. We've got our pot of boiling water. I've added in a generous tablespoon of salt, and that's just to salinate the water. It should be the same degree of salinity as seawater.
So this is kind of a bit of fun. We're going to take our first sheet.
And then here I'm ready to catch it. And out comes our tagliatelle.
Oh,
look at that.
So cool.
Isn't it? So we've got our pot of boiling water on. Again, make sure you have enough room. Typically it's a 1 to 10 ratio. So if you're doing 100 grams of pasta, it should be in a litre of water. We have about 300 grams, so we're going in 3 litres of water. Just straight in goes our pasta.
It's going to take very little.
It'll typically take about 3 minutes. Typically it takes half the time to cook. And that's because...
As dried pasta?
Yeah. So literally, and the way you'll know that it's cooked is that it starts to float. So while our tagliatelle is boiling away, I'm going to make our creamy sauce. So in our blender, I have 100 grams of cashew nuts, just normal cashew nuts. I have 500 grams of oat milk, or non-dairy milk of choice. I have juice of half a lemon, my darling. I've got half a teaspoon of garlic powder, and I have a generous pinch of salt. Going with about 3/4 of a teaspoon of salt. Put our lid on, and we're going to blend this until it becomes super smooth and silky. Pan on high heat, got a little tablespoon of oil. Dave's going to just scoop out the pasta. It's now floating. Use a slotted spoon.
We're going to add it straight in.
Oh. In goes our mushrooms and sauce. Just add in the sauce as appropriate. Don't go mad with it. We're gonna pop in more of our mushrooms. We're gonna keep a few to garnish the dish.
And what goes really well with this dish is some sun-dried tomatoes. It really gives that nice pop of colour against the green. So I've got the ones that have been soaked in oil.
So they're the sun blush tomatoes, or semi-sun-dried they're often called. It'll just add another variety of texture, pop of colour, and just really set this dish alight. Okay, we put the sauce in, we've allowed it to evaporate significantly, so we have this really creamy sauce.
Okay, I think finally once you're serving it, just top with a couple of the little mushrooms. Sun-dried tomatoes.
Last and final touch, get some vegan parmesan and we're just gonna grate some on it. And now for the moment of glory. Here we are.
Spinach, creamy mushroom, fresh tagliatelle.
It's so comforting, like it's just beautiful, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm enjoying marceroni.
Marceroni.
Very good, beautiful.
Bellissimo, molto bellissimo.
So there you have it. Let us know what you think is the best out of our video, of the marceroni video so far.
Such fun making your own pasta, really, really great crack, great family activity, well worth investing in.
And obviously you don't need to make fresh pasta for this, you can make it with dried pasta and it works just as well.
So thanks for watching, ciao dudes.